Like November, yeah, October, late October.
Good morning and welcome. Challenged by our liberating faith, we discover deeper spiritual meaning, nurture loving community, cultivate courageous connections, and partner in the work of justice. I'm Reverend Amanda Weatherspoon, and this is a time made sacred by each one of us, near and far, whether here in the building, watching on live stream right now, or another time in the future. If you're wanting to know more about this community, including ways to get involved, you can reach out to our Director of Member Relations, Kelly Green. Her email will be on the screen and is also on the website. We have large print orders of service, personal hearing devices, an elevator available. There's also a hearing loop in the alternate worship space. We have coloring pages, we have fidget toys, something for all ages. This morning we have several announcements, so buckle in. First of all, there will be no credo presentation today. We'll start that back up in January. Also, save the date for our Climate Justice Revival on February 22nd. It'll be right here in our building. It'll be a time of exploration and learning about how we meet this critical moment in the work of climate justice. And of course, our holiday services are well underway. A few things to note coming up. Next Saturday night at 6 p.m. is our Solstice service. It'll be in Freeman Hall across the way. Luna Rising will be joining me in leading this special candlelit service, where we honor the darkness and call forth the light. This will be an opportunity to tap into earth-based tradition, and if you come a little early, you can stop by the fire on your way in, you can make a wreath crown, and even get a sage smudging. Yes, we will be that kind of woo-woo. The solstice is a great time to reflect and release and to celebrate. The Christmas Eve pageant will be on the 24th at 5 p.m. If you haven't been to a Christmas Eve pageant, it's wonderful. And the youngest among us will be creating a live nativity right here on the chancel. The candlelight Christmas Eve service will follow at 7:30 p.m. This will be a time of lessons and carols and candlelighting, and yes, there will be a cookie social in between the two services. On December 29th, the Sunday after Christmas, we'll be doing something a little different on Sunday morning. We'll gather in Freeman Hall instead of here in the sanctuary. We'll gather for some music and some poetry briefly, and then it will be followed by a potluck brunch. You can sign up for the brunch during coffee hour today and online, and also in weeks leading up to December 29th. You can even wear PJs if you wish that morning. Again, welcome. This is the day that love has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Wish upon you peace. I wish upon you grace. I wish for less of what you want and more of what you need. I wish upon you an old life with a heart that stays young. Most of all, I wish upon you. I wish upon you truth when all you feel is doubt. I hope you know that an open mind still knows when to shut things out. I wish upon you a brave heart that will You'll find the light. You'll find the light. Yes, even in the darkness, you'll find the light. Morning. I am Paula Gribble, Director of Lifespan Religious Education. My pronouns are she, her. This is one of my favorite services of the year to do. I haven't been able to do it here yet. I hope you will enjoy. It is the time of year when our days are short, but this day will come together and honor the light. We will give space to many of the world's traditions that happen in the winter months. We will light candles for each of these traditions and hear from some of our families. With our monthly theme of awe and wonder, they will offer some of their wonderings after learning about the holiday. Our UU chalice reminds us that the fire within ourselves is the same fire that illuminates the universe. It is our reminder that all is connected, even though the space of the void is vast, and our experience here is but a blip in the cosmic timeline. For the wonder and inspiration we seek from sun and stars and all the lights of the heavens, we light this chalice. May our celebration of the world's many festivals of lights illuminate each of our personal journeys. May we use this connection to other traditions to ignite our passion for Unitarian Universalism and to help us live the light of our UU values every day. Please rise in body or spirit and sing our opening song, Chalice, Chalice. Words written by yours truly, and the tune is to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. We'll sing through it. Yep, we'll sing through it twice. We begin this morning by honoring we begin our festival celebration with the celebration of Solstice. Will the Williams family come forward and share their wonderings on Solstice?
Of light when the days get longer again. Many people celebrate the solstice, including those who identify as pagan or Wiccan.
The solstice happens because the earth is tilted on its axis. Did you know that there are 2 winter solstices around the world in the northern and southern hemisphere?
The winter solstice is a time to honor the darkness that comes with the colder, darker months, while enjoying the slow, progressive return of light.
I wonder if people are more tired on this day, because I know I get sleepy when it's dark outside. I don't know about you. In parts of the world, it is seen as the symbolic death and rebirth of the sun. And there are some ancient monuments, such as Newgrange, Stonehenge, and Cahokia, that are aligned with the sunrise and sunset of the winter solstice.
So I did have more than a job than just moving the microphone. So for me, my birthday is December 30th, and so I kind of go through another winter solstice every year. But it's nice because this winter solstice carries me forward first. And I get past those birthday reflections early. So then on my birthday, I get to really celebrate. So that works out well. This winter solstice is particularly challenging for me. I have a lot going on. And the notion of it's the darkest day of the year also means that it's the last darkest day of the year. And that gives me hope and gives me sunshine to look forward to. That's our presentation.
The winter solstice is a turning point in the wheel of the year, when the sun symbolically dies and is reborn in the womb of the goddess. We honor solstice in the deep relationship of light and dark. It is the time of the winter solstice, time for the dark and shadow.
This is a time when darkness reaches the limit of power over light.
What do we do in the dark?
We go deep within ourselves in the dark. We look at hopes and fears in the dark.
And what happens in the dark?
Seeds grow in the dark. Babies grow in the dark. We rest in the dark. We dream in the dark.
And we get ready. Ready for what?
Ready for the light to return, for a balance of light and the hope of renewal.
We celebrate winter solstice for the light of hope and the promise of new life. Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing verses 1 and 2 of the hymn 221, Light One Candle. The words will be on the screen. The hymn we just sang tells the story from the Hanukkah tradition. I would normally be welcoming the Dixon family forward to share their wanderings, but unfortunately, Desmond is ill and the family needed to stay home. However, he sent me his words to share. This year, Hanukkah takes place from sundown on December 25th through the evening of January 2nd. Hanukkah means dedication, and it is sometimes called the Festival of Lights. It honors the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem and the miracle of the oil that lasted for 8 nights and is celebrated by Jewish people. This is what Desmond had to say. After learning about Hanukkah, there were several elements that stood out to our family, both in terms of its history and how people celebrate the holiday today. The 2 aspects of Hanukkah celebration that seem like the most fun are playing dreidel and cooking delicious fried foods like latkes. The lighting of the candles also seems like the kind of thing that could be fun if it's part of your family tradition, even if lighting candles isn't normally your idea of fun. One thing that seems important for people who celebrate Hanukkah is that it represents standing up and fighting hard for what you believe in. Also, the oil lasting 8 days instead of just 1 was a miracle, and that's worth celebrating. Our family had a lot of questions about dreidel, such as how do you win? And how many chocolate coins do you normally have at the end of the game? We also had questions about menorahs. What sizes do they come in? What are they made of? And other things like that. We wondered about things like how Hanukkah is celebrated and remembered at synagogue in addition to what people do at home. And we initially wondered how long ago Hanukkah started. The answer is more than 2,000 years. There were 2 big connections between Hanukkah and Unitarian Universalism that we noticed. The most obvious is the lighting of the menorah and how that's similar to our lighting of the chalice. The other similarity was the celebration of standing up for what you believe in and being willing to make sacrifices for what you think is right. The main theme of Hanukkah is rededication. This is a time to notice the little things that open our eyes to the bigger things and open our hearts to liberation and a rededication to spiritual practice. Please hear this reading.
There will come a time for most of us when we've got to decide whether we'll light our lamps even when we're sure there isn't enough oil to keep them burning.
We light a candle, take a breath, and reconnect to the flow of life infinitely larger than our little beating hearts, a life we are a part of no matter what, that calls us back, lifts us up, and sustains us. Light the lamp though the oil has run out. Light the lamp and we'll do what we can.
We honor Hanukkah, all people of the Jewish faith, and we celebrate the practice of rededication.
So, I want you to remain in your seats for the next hymn. It's called Alhamdulillah. It is from the Muslim tradition, and I'm going to help you out with it. So, first we're going to learn how to say it. It's only 1 word. So, we're going to learn how to say that 1 word. So, say Alhamdulillah. All together. Alhamdulillah. Very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to sing the first phrase and then you'll repeat it, and then we'll sing the second phrase and you'll repeat it. And then we'll do it all together. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Now you. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. wonderful. For those of you who don't know, that song from the Muslim tradition is their equivalent to an Alleluia, Alhamdulillah. We return to the celebrations with this one from the Muslim tradition, Ramadan. I'd like to invite the Magoff family forward to share their wonderings about Ramadan.
Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar and is a month of fasting, prayer, reflection, and community. It is celebrated by Muslims and takes place in the coming year from February 28th to March 29th.
We enjoyed learning about Ramadan and how the lantern came to be a symbol of the holiday. We thought it might be fun to challenge ourselves to fast one day to see how that felt, and we also thought it would be particularly fun to break the fast with a large communal feast after sundown. After learning a bit about the holiday, we were left wondering about the effects of fasting for a full lunar month, and we were also quite interested in learning about and maybe trying the traditional foods eaten during the Ramadan meals. We thought that it was interesting that fasting is meant to promote spiritual growth and self-improvement, which resonates with the UU principle encouraging spiritual growth. And also, it is an important part of the evening feast that it helps build community, which is another principle of Unitarian Universalism.
We honor the light of Allah and the celebration of Ramadan and the spirit of fresh starts.
And we recognize the lantern that offers a safe space to hold the light and shield from extinguishing so that it may continue to light the way.
We move next to a holy day from the Hindu tradition, Diwali. Would the Gribble family come forward and share your wonderings about Diwali?
Good morning. My name is El Greeley and my pronouns are they, he, she. We're going to talk about Diwali. Diwali is a 5-day festival of light that honors the triumph of good over evil and light over darkness. This year it took place October 29th through November 3rd. It is celebrated by people of the Hindu tradition. I've studied Diwali in school and have always enjoyed learning about the legends that lead to it. The legend of Ram being accepted back home reminds me of the acceptance that UUs have of all people, even if they've made mistakes. Diwali changes dates each year because it follows the lunar calendar, the moon calendar. This reminds me of lunar rising, a celebration of the feminine spirit. One beautiful part of Diwali are the rangolis. I think they're amazing, and I think watching someone create one, or making a rangoli myself, would be my favorite part. The art of Diwali reminds me of the creativity of the UUs.
Good morning. My name is Jackson, and my pronouns are he, him. I had a few questions when I was learning about Diwali. I'm wondering why they chose this specific story to center such a big holiday around. I think the fireworks would be my favorite part, but I think the most important part is the family time and preserving traditions. Hindus light diyas, small clay candles, during Diwali, and this reminds me of the chalice in the UU sanctuary. One of the main beliefs of Diwali is light over darkness and knowledge over ignorance. This reminds me of UUism and our goal to learn from experts while following our principles. Thank you and happy Festival of Lights.
In the Hindu tradition, there are often prayers made to the goddess Lakshmi. Here is an English translation of one of these prayers. Goddess born from the struggle between good and evil, guide us toward the light.
In a world where plenty is possible, let us end hunger, thirst, and homelessness. In your nurturing hands, let us seek refuge from want, fear, and violence.
With your grace, let our world be reborn in your image, where all needs are met, where morality and love are abundant, and whereby we are free.
We honor and celebrate Diwali, this special festival of light, hope, prosperity, and abundance. This is a community where we live our values out loud and where we practice generosity, and giving is one of the core ways in which we do that. Throughout the month of December, we've been sharing our plate with Charlotte for Choice, which is a nonprofit 501c3, all volunteer-run organization who fights to keep abortion safe, legal, and accessible for any human being who seeks care. Last week, we welcomed Shannon Bowerly, the executive director, and she was able to share with us the life-saving work of this organization. We'll continue partnering with Charlotte for Choice throughout the month, and we'll also offer opportunities to learn more about their work. And remember, I'm matching our giving funds this year from my Minister's Discretion Fund, and I learned last week that we are halfway there, which is incredible news. We'll be taking a special collection on Christmas Eve at both services, and we have this Sunday and next to also help us get there. I believe in us, and everything we give to Charlotte for Choice goes directly to patients and families who are receiving this care. So I invite you to give generously as you're willing and able as the music plays.
Okay, we return to our holidays. Oh, I do want to mention that that song was a Kwanzaa piece called Nia, which is purpose, one of the Kwanzaa principles. I invite the Simpson-Thompson family forward to tell us about their wonderings about Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa is an African holiday. It honors family, culture, and community. It is 7 days long, one for each of the Kwanzaa principles. It takes place from December 26th through January 1st. After learning about Kwanzaa, I had some thoughts.
Every holiday, including Kwanzaa, celebrates being together. One Kwanzaa principle is about unity and community. Another Kwanzaa principle is about self-determination. This reminds me of our UU belief that we are all different. The Kwanzaa principle about collective work and responsibility is like how we help each other and share kindness. A principle about creativity says you should take care of each other and give more than you receive. This is like a UU value of generosity.
There is an African proverb that says, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
We honor Kwanzaa and its reminder that unity in diversity truly makes a community strong, and that faith, imani, shines a light that allows us to believe in the essential goodness and possibility. Hariza Kwanzaa. We move now to what is probably the most familiar to us, Christmas. Celebrated on December 25th, it's honored for the birth of Jesus Christ. Christmas is celebrated for this reason by Christians, but in lots of different ways, it's celebrated all over the world. I have my own wonderings about Christmas. I think it's great to celebrate the birth of Jesus, but I also think it's fun to honor families and togetherness. I wonder about how there are lots of stories about special babies born on December 25th. And I think it's neat that Christmas includes all kinds of traditions, both religious and otherwise. Christmas is one of those dynamic traditions that means different things to different people. And that reminds me of Unitarian Universalism, being able to honor all kinds of traditions.
We honor Christmas in all its forms and iterations, and we remember Jesus, light of new hope, and those who have brought life into the world and into our lives, and taught us how to move in light and love. You can remain seated for our next song, Give Light. The words will be on the screen. We gather here in this time made sacred and holy by each one of us. And each time that we gather, we bring a whole host of joys and celebrations, sorrows and concerns. And in this place, we grow and expand ourselves to hold it all while sharing the load. This morning, our hearts are with Charles Pilkey, whose father passed away this week. While we wait to get more information on arrangements and details, we're sure to send so much love his way. So won't you now please join me in a moment of silence as we honor all the concerns shared today and those that remain in our hearts.
All of the traditions we're talking about today center around light in some way. From the ancient to the modern, we have long sought out ways to honor the dark and celebrate the light. And Unitarian Universalism is no different. We hold our chalice light in high regard as we light our flame each Sunday, offering us a symbol of the light to carry within each of us, representing the deep love that is at the center of Unitarian Universalism. There have been a couple of tries at a UU holiday around this time, different names, Chalaka, Illumination, Luminescence, but we don't really have a widely practiced one of our own. I hope you will explore your own wonderings about what each of these holy days we've heard about brings to Unitarian Universalism. It is part of the sources of Unitarian Universalism that we pull into our faith. And there are many ways that you can incorporate the values of other holidays in this pluralism in yourself with Unitarian Universalism. It allows us to open our spirit to the possibility that our way isn't the only way or the right way, and that our core values of equity and pluralism aren't ones that weaken us. They truly help us shine together brighter. Because no matter how different the practice, all of these sources remind us that in some way we walk in light, that we can embrace the light, that we are the light.
We honor our beloved Unitarian Universalism, which reminds us that we are the ones we've been waiting for. And we celebrate all the faith traditions that also offer a light to this world. Please rise in body and our spirit for our closing hymn, number 118, This Little Light of Mine. The words will be on the screen.
These closing words, the constellations of our lives. Humans make maps of stars, choosing some stars, ignoring others, to project our imaginations onto the heavens. These maps shift over time across cultures. Names change as for the same assemblages of bright points: Drinking Gourd, Big Dipper, Plow, Lost Hunters, Saptarishi. Humans make constellations by connecting stars. Humans make meaning by connecting stories, story to narrative to story. Some blaze bright, some are faint. Most are backdrop to the great and mundane human unfolding. Let us imagine the stories of our lives as a starry universe over our heads. As a congregation, we are tasked and trusted to draw constellations in this, our beloved small universe. May the stories we connect draw constellations that reflect a shared ministry that calls out the best and the shiniest and the brightest in us. Please now join me in the chalice extinguishing words on the screen. I am alive. I am the God on the inside. I am the star, a piece of it all.